So we're back at the O2 Academy here in Birmingham, and this is Adam Onslaught for the Global Onslaught, and we're here today with quite an interesting band actually, because they've been cited by even their own label boss as perhaps the future Metallica. Who knows? Who knows? Dare I say it? There's a man sat next to me who really doesn't want to lay to that claim. It's a bit of a heavy one for you.
That's quite heavy.
Dr. Don from Battlecross, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Glad to be here. Excited.
So, when did you arrive in the UK?
We got here about a week and a half ago. I think it was the 27th? Yeah, we showed up here on the 27th and started off in Dublin, Ireland. And we just made our way through since.
And how did you find the Irish crowd? Because most people say the Irish crowd are about as crazy as they can get, really.
They are crazy. They love their drink. There's no doubt about that, and I'm more than willing to share that love. They had a lot of fun. It's you know, at first there's a lot of stares. It's like, who are these guys? But after a song or two, they really warm up and they said, all right, these guys mean business. They just come out, and next thing you know, we got pits going, people banging their heads, like, all right, we're doing our job.
That's exactly what you're here to do, isn't it? I
Absolutely.
So you're on a huge tour with Trivium and Killswitch. And how do you feel about that? And, you know, how did that come to be? You know, this is what your third studio album, War of Will, out on Metal Blade. I'm wearing the T-shirt.
Thank you.
That's all right.
It feels great. We have a great booking agent over here. His name's Paul Ryan. He's been more than helpful out here. He's a great guy. As far as being our first tour over here in the UK, and next we'll be going over to the mainland with Trivium. This is a hell of a start. It really is. The crowds have been insane. They've been receptive. You know, a couple, like I said before, not really blank stares, but just kind of feeling us out first. And by the third song, they understand that we're not just here up on stage. Our feet aren't growing roots into the stage. We're moving around. We're bouncing around like idiots, playing our instruments, having a good time. I love it. This is a great tour, and all the bands are a bunch of great guys too. No complaints at all.
That's amazing, because often, you've got another band. It's Miss May I as well. That's a 4-band lineup tonight. That's pretty huge, isn't it?
Yeah, it's diverse too. We got more of the neo thrash that we're into, very groove based. And with Trivium and Killswitch, everyone knows them. I don't need to explain them. Miss May I, great guys as well, great musicians. We're having a blast. This is a very fun tour.
And of course, I don't know if you're aware of it, I hope you are, but you're in a very metal significant city today.
Today we are?
Absolutely. This is the home of Black Sabbath and Judas Priest.
Oh, you're right. That didn't even cross my mind today. Okay, so we've really got to amp it up. I'm going to need a couple more beers before I get on stage.
So basically, you're in the birthplace of heavy metal.
Love it. Oh man.
So this is the fighters that were forged and then came out. Black Sabbath, Judas Priest.
See,
just to name two there.
To be called the next Metallica, or potentially the next Metallica. That's great and all, but my dad, he grew me up on Black Sabbath and Judas Priest. So to hear that this is their birthplace, so much more. So when
Michael Fairley said that about Battlecross, how did that make you feel? I mean, you must have read the article or and seen it. I mean, the Big Four were and still are to some degrees, about as big as you can get in the world of metal.
Yeah.
And for such a young bunch of guys to sort of be cited that way, I guess it's like pressure's on there, boys.
A little, yeah, just a little bit of pressure, I guess. No, it's a lot of pressure. But it's kind of the push that the label is giving us to say, hey, you're having a lot of great opportunities. This tour being one of them. Step it up. Don't take a day off. We still have so much to prove. We're still in our infancy we're fledglings. As far as a band is considered, they have several albums underneath their belt. Every band on this tour does. We're only on our second. So I think being on our second and having that kind of clout thrown our way, that's a heavy deal. That's a big weight on his shoulders. But at the end of the day, I don't think about that. I think about Battlecross needs to discover itself. We don't necessarily want to be the next Metallica. We just want to be Battlecross. We can get up to their levels. Awesome. We're going to push and strive as hard as we can, and it's an honor to be mentioned in the same breath as them.
Yeah.
But we want to be, we're Battlecross, and we want to establish Battlecross as maybe one of the big five.
Yeah. Well, there's no reason why you shouldn't, because the new album is tremendous.
Thank you.
It has a great feel. Like we said off piece a few moments ago, it was it's a real album of grooves, and really, really memorable riffs, which is, I guess, the sound you're going for.
Yes.
And next year, well, actually, sorry, I'll correct myself. In 2014, which is obviously this year, you're at Download Festival.
We are.
You're booked, signed, sealed, delivered. What do you expect from Download? I've been 2 or 3 times myself. Obviously, you've not been there yet. What do you expect from Download, or what would you like to expect?
Well, I expect a lot of people, judging from the pictures I've seen, like we were saying off, even for the opening band on the main stage, 11 o'clock, they show up in droves, ready to just thrash and bang their head off. That's what I'm expecting to see, and I'm sure my expectations will be fulfilled. As far as myself, I plan on being pretty puzzled most of the day, just looking around. Like a lot of festival situations, it's very hectic behind the scenes.
It certainly is, yes.
And as long as they put enough signs up or people around, I can tap them on the shoulder. Where do I go?
You'll have plush porter cabins to rest.
Yes.
I'm being ironic.
Yeah. Hey, as long as I get fed and a little bit of beer, I'll be happy.
Absolutely. Well, I can guarantee you the beer is free between 6 and 7 p.m. in the backstage area. Tuborg, if that's what you're into.
Now, is that 6 a.m.?
No. Okay. No. They want you to be sober when you go on stage.
Oh, fine. If I must.
So you're really looking forward to that, and obviously you're doing Southampton tomorrow night, and then on Saturday you're off to the beautiful Amsterdam.
We are.
How do you feel about that?
Well, I'd like to imbibe. I don't know how the laws are over there. I know only the nationals there could actually go to their shops. I'd like to partake a little bit if I can, but just to walk around, and I'm definitely a sightseeing kind of guy. Just walk around. Maybe I'm not going to sit with my camera out all the time. I just kind of take in the scenery and talk to people if I can.
Sure. And do you have any time off while you're over there?
We might have a day off, but it's mostly, if you want to go see something, you better wake up early.
Well, I can recommend a couple of places, but I'll do that off the interview.
Thank you.
Of course. Haven't been a veteran from there. Anyway, it's been great interviewing you, of course. We wish you the best of luck for the rest of the tour. And you're listening to Adam Onslaught on the Global Onslaught.